$3.63. Yeah, pocket change for a guy like me. But what can I get for it? Let's go to the store. Almost an entire Sharpie, not quite enough for a phone charger. And no, we cannot afford the plastic storage bin. But we can get the Intel Pentium 6700 from eBay. That right there is the extent of what I paid for this, an incredibly advanced piece of microelectronics delivered to my house for this budget. I'll be putting this dual-core 3.2 GHz CPU into a Dell Vostro motherboard, along with 8 GB of DDR2 memory and a GTX 1660 to test gaming performance. Supposedly, this is a Pentium CPU. So why does Windows say it's a Core 2 Duo? Did I get scammed? Maybe Windows is just confused. It thought a little bit harder and it decided it is actually a Pentium dual-core E6700 at 3.2 GHz. Let's benchmark this thing and then play some games. Starting with the usual Cinebench R15. I'm expecting this to maybe take a while. It's only 2 cores. Yeah, that's going pretty slowly. This benchmark on a modern, pretty fast CPU will finish in seconds. This might take a while. That came out to 140 points. If we look at our list here, we just have to scroll down a bit past all of the good CPUs, and there we are, about 2 times lower score than the free computer from 2009. We're also about 1.6 times slower than a laptop CPU from a 2012 ThinkPad. That's not very good. On the positive side, we are beating out an Intel Atom, which isn't saying very much, but we are faster than a few Core 2 Duos and whatever this Celeron N4000 is. It's not the worst CPU I've ever tested. It is very close to the bottom of this list though. OpenGL reference matching test failure. I guess we are not running the OpenGL test. Whatever, that's fine. Actually, the test is running, but like the entire sky is missing. And like some of the buildings, a lot of stuff is missing. In terms of everyday, regular computer stuff, I don't think it would be that bad. Let's watch Norway 4K scenic relaxation film with music. Can we play this in 4K? Yeah, that's not an issue at all. Now that I think about it though, the GTX 1660 is doing a lot of the heavy lifting for video decoding. You can see that graph is not at 0. Our CPU's kind of floating around, so maybe it would not handle this as well without a graphics card. But we have a graphics card, so let's try some games. The Pentium E6700 dual-core desktop CPU released around 2010. Why don't we try a game that's a decade newer than that? Cyberpunk. I have low hopes for this. Oh, great. My hopes are getting lower. When did Far Cry 6 come out? Does that have any chance of running? That came out 2021, so that's pretty new. Let's open that. Oh, fun! We only have to wait 13 hours and 7 minutes for it to download. Maybe we'll come back to that one. I know there's gonna be comments about it. Let's just get it out of the way right now. Can it run Crysis? This definitely should work. This game's ancient. This is running many times worse than I was expecting, and we're not even in the game yet. We're still watching a cutscene. Well, now I'm just confused. The actual gameplay is not that bad. We're getting 40, 50 FPS. It's pretty stuttery, but why were the cutscenes so bad? Wow. I don't know if that's coming across in the video. We get like some good frames and then it just kind of rubber bands the entire image. That's really bad. This is not playable. That doesn't even make sense though. This game is the right era for this kind of CPU. And the frame rate's not that bad. The experience is just terrible. We're definitely not like thermal throttling or anything. The maximum CPU temperature so far has been 45 degrees, so that is not the issue. Let's try BeamNG Drive, more modern game. Optimal performance on a 6-core CPU. We've got a solid third of that with our 2 cores just hanging out here. Graphics settings, that one. The $4 CPU has successfully loaded this black spot, 2 arrows, and this black spot. It's doing pretty good. There's also like a telephone pole back here. We'll give it a few minutes. That CPU, 100% usage just continuously. I don't know why Task Manager is underreporting both the CPU usage and the CPU speed. That seems kind of weird, but if I look in hardware info, you can see current CPU speed, 3.2 gigahertz. That's as fast as this thing goes. So it is running at the correct speed. It's very, very slowly loading in more assets. I want to say it's been at least 8 minutes so far. Oh, we're getting road textures. A fairly significant amount of time has passed, but it looks like the game actually loaded everything. The CPU usage is still at 100% and has been the entire time, but I can drive around just with like 16, 14 FPS. I definitely hesitate to call this a playable experience. I'm currently playing it, I guess. Let's take this ramp. Oh, never mind, never mind. Okay. Close enough, that's fine. Let's find out if I can load my Pokemon with Guns save file. Oh, that menu performance is good. If your PC is below the recommended specs, play in windowed mode at a lower resolution. We might have to take that advice. Let's drop this thing down to the absolute minimum. Very low graphics preset, Windows 720p. Let's see how this does. We have to restart the game and wait for it to load again. Mission started. Activate Great Eagle statue. Something tells me I'm not gonna manage that with this frame rate. At this point, I'm kind of thinking maybe running Windows in the background is the biggest problem here. I'm in Minecraft now, and the frame rates, like some of the other games, are not that bad, but it's just so inconsistent with how it renders them. You'll get a minute of good frames, and then a massive stutter. In Windows 10, if I just sit at the spawn point, I'm getting anywhere between 50 and 80 FPS. And that's using these video settings. I believe these are the exact same graphic settings running under Linux Mint, this time with a frame rate around 110, 120, and it feels like that weird kind of stuttering and inconsistency is just completely gone. This is way better. Either there was something wrong with my software setup on Windows, or Windows itself was causing those problems. I'm gonna try a Bed Wars game, which I am not good at. I don't know how to play this. I probably want a sword. Let's go with that. And then we just like make it so people can't hit this, right? This seems like something to do. Okay, that guy's already over there. Can I get a bow and arrow? Is that a thing? Oh, I totally can. 12 gold. Maybe not. I only got 2. Looks like pink is about to get taken down. Oh, got TNT strategy. Yeah, pink is cooked over there. I'm just gonna hang out here until someone shows up. Oh, hi. Oh no. Is this a strategy? Oh, I'm dead already. Oh no. I think I was like the third person out. Did better than I thought I would. Palworld actually did launch under Linux Mint, but I don't need a frame rate counter to say that this is not playable. Frame rates are definitely super low, and there's definitely a lot of stuttering happening. The graphics card is not really doing much. Our memory usage is fine, like 80%, but that CPU, it's definitely what's struggling here. Let's try Portal 2. This is an older game, more around the era of this CPU, so I think it should be fine. And we're not running Windows in the background anymore, so that should help. I'm using medium settings in a 720p window, and the frame rate is lower than you'd like. The CPU's still fully loaded, but you could probably play through this game on here. It's not that bad. The bigger problem here is I don't remember when this save file was created or what I'm supposed to be doing right now. I can do this. Does this help me? But how do I get up there now? Okay, we'll move this, then take it away. Perfect. That goes in there. Comes out here, and then I drop it onto the turret. Yes. There we go. I have to get to that door, which means I need to jump off the blue stuff here. So if I come up here. Whoa. Yes. Okay, successful Portal puzzle. I've done it. We've played Portal. That wasn't so bad. Portal 2 Linux is not responding. Oh, no, it's back. Okay, so it does that in between levels, I guess. I'd say that was a successful Portal 2 experience. Let's try something newer, but not too complicated to run. I want to try Cult of the Lamb. The menus on this one were looking really promising. The frame rates were good up until I actually loaded in. maybe it will be better if I go into a quest. I wanted to say that this wasn't that bad, but the frame rate is pretty low and it's pretty stuttery. I don't know if I'd get very far playing like this. To finish off, why don't we try BeamNG Drive under Linux this time? This is native Linux, not running under Proton. Oh, wait, this is actually kind of decent. Average frame rate 35? That's not that bad. This is a much easier map to run than when I tested on Windows, so not an even comparison. But this is running way better. I don't remember if I was playing full screen on Windows, so this might be lower resolution as well, but it's actually kind of working. I broke the truck. This is the map I was playing on Windows, and it's noticeably a lot worse. The CPU just can't really handle having all this stuff around. The entire time I'm playing anything with this CPU, it's just sitting up in this super high usage while our graphics card sits here doing almost nothing. Games that actually run properly and are a good playable experience on this computer. That's gonna be stuff like this. Two-dimensional, just pictures layered on top of each other. This is RimWorld. It works totally fine. I'm sure Factorio would be the same thing. Can confirm, perfectly fine performance in Factorio. This is totally playable. Geometry Dash is actually not running perfectly. I mean, it's not really like lagging or anything, but there's little stutters in the audio. I guess that could be because of my capturing setup, but I'm kinda not really sure. Okay, I'm done with that. So essentially what we've learned here is that if you buy the cheapest CPU on eBay, it's not going to be very good. Yep, thanks for watching. Come back next week.